Coca Cola. The legendary fizzy drink has captivated the taste buds of millions worldwide. But what lies behind its iconic red and white logo is a hidden darkness that many are unaware of. This corporate giant has faced a string of controversies that have shaken its pristine reputation. In episode 5 of our controversial brand series, we're going to be exploring the murky waters surrounding Coca Cola, a company that has been at the center of some of the most explosive controversies in recent times. One of the most significant controversies surrounding Coca Cola is its unethical behaviors. In the past, the company has been accused of a number of unethical practices, including using child labor in its supply chain and being complicit in the murder of union leaders in Colombia. Yes, murders. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, the company was accused of benefiting from a campaign of violence against union leaders at its bottling plants in Colombia. Then in 2003, a lawsuit was filed in the United States on behalf of the Colombian union leaders, accusing Coca Cola of complicity in their murders. The case was eventually settled in 2009, with Coca Cola agreeing to pay a sum of money to the plaintiffs and to implement new measures to protect workers' rights. And you guys know how we feel about settling outside of court, right? Moving on to Coca Cola's next biggest controversy, monopolizing an industry. Now, a little competition is always good, keeps prices reasonable and product lines growing. But in 2011, the United States Department of Justice, DOJ, initiated an antitrust investigation into Coca-Cola's proposed acquisition of Huiyuan Juice Group, China's leading juice producer. The acquisition, valued at approximately $2.4 billion, would have been the largest ever foreign takeover of a Chinese company at the time. The primary concern of the antitrust investigation was that the acquisition would give Coca-Cola a dominant position in the Chinese juice market, reducing competition and potentially leading to higher prices for consumers. The Chinese Ministry of Commerce was also closely scrutinizing the deal under China's anti-monopoly law, which had come into effect in 2008. In March 2009, China blocked the acquisition, citing concerns that it would have an adverse impact on competition in the Chinese juice market. This marked the first time that China had blocked a major acquisition by a foreign company under its anti-monopoly law. The blocking of the acquisition by Chinese authorities effectively ended the antitrust concerns in the United States, as the deal could not proceed without approval from both countries. Coca-Cola has also faced criticism for its role in contributing to the global health crisis, particularly in relation to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and other health issues associated with high sugar consumption. Some of the key concerns surrounding Coca-Cola and its potential impact on public health are its extremely high sugar content. One can of Coca-Cola has about 40 grams of sugar, or almost 10 teaspoons. The daily limit of sugar outlined by the American Heart Association is only 6 teaspoons. So if you drink 1 can of soda, that's more sugar than you should have all day and into tomorrow. Coke has also been under fire for marketing the sugary soda to children and young adults. It's been argued that these strategies contribute to the normalization of high sugar consumption from a young age, increasing the risk of obesity and related health issues later in life. What does all this sugar lead to? Obesity. And what has the obesity epidemic led to? An increase in healthcare costs, and critics argue that Coca-Cola, and to be fair, other sugary drinks should bear some responsibility for these costs due to their product's contribution to the crisis. One notable case involved a man named George Pryor, who drank 10 cans of Coca-Cola every day for a month as part of an experiment to demonstrate the health risks of sugary drinks. By the end of the month, Pryor had gained almost 25 pounds and had developed symptoms of metabolic syndrome, a condition that is linked to diabetes and heart disease. What do you think? Should the world's obesity problem be blamed on companies that provide sugar-induced comas? Or is it our own fault for not saying no for the benefit of our own health? Now, if an obesity epidemic, unethical behaviors, and plenty of lawsuits weren't enough, back in 2000, Coca-Cola was hit by a racial discrimination scandal that resulted in a $193 million settlement. The 2000 lawsuit involved a class action racial discrimination case filed by African American employees against the Coca-Cola Company. The plaintiffs claimed that the company had systematically discriminated against them in terms of pay, promotions, and performance evaluations. The case alleged that the company fostered a hostile work environment for African American employees and maintained a glass ceiling preventing them from advancing to higher positions. So in November of 2000, Coca-Cola agreed to a $192.5 million settlement, one of the largest settlements in a corporate racial discrimination case at the time. The settlement included financial compensation for the plaintiffs, as well as a commitment from Coca-Cola to introduce comprehensive changes to its human resources policies and practices. This next controversy actually mentions Coca-Cola winning something, but this win isn't something to be proud of. For the 4th year in a row, Coca-Cola has been named the world's largest plastic polluter by the environmental group Break Free from Plastic. 4 years in a row now, guys. Back in 2020, A study by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation found that Coca Cola was responsible for more plastic waste than any other company, with an estimated 2.9 million tons of plastic packaging produced each year. Then, in 2011, the southern Indian state of Kerala decided to take legal action against Coca Cola, seeking compensation of $216 million for the environmental damage and depletion of natural resources. The government set up a tribunal to examine the case and recommended compensation, as well as investigate the possibility of criminal charges against the company. Local villagers and activists accused the plant of causing severe water shortages and polluting the groundwater and soil in the region, leading to health issues and affecting agriculture. After years of public outcry, the plant was temporarily shut down in 2004 and eventually closed permanently in 2005. Coca-Cola denied the allegations, stating that the water shortage was due to a general decline in groundwater levels in the region, not the company's operations. The company also claimed that it followed all applicable laws and regulations and had invested in water conservation efforts. The cutoff date was in September of 2021, when the lawsuit had still not reached a conclusion, and the case remains a topic of debate and controversy in India. Well, Focus 5 family and friends, there are actually more controversies, but there's only so much we can fit into one video. So to bottle up this eye-opening, sugar-filled episode, Coca-Cola has faced a number of controversy over the years, ranging from ethical crises to concerns over health and the environment. And while the company has taken steps to address these issues, there is still much work to be done to ensure that Coca-Cola is a responsible and sustainable business. So on that note, we leave you hopefully thirsty for more. Until next time. Thanks for watching and make sure you subscribe, like and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you.